Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Body of teen recovered from Westmoreland River. After 3 days of frantic searching, the body of a teen who met in difficulties while swimming at the Cabarita River in Big Bridge, Westmoreland, was found on Wednesday. He has been identified as 18-year-old Noy Junior McCoy of a Manchester address. Zone 4 Commander of Little London and Newgate Division, Deputy Superintendent of Police DSP Mitchell, told reporters that McCoy's body was retrieved. It was found shortly after 3 p.m. about 500 meters from the bridge. The Marine Police was sent there. With assistance from the police and citizens, the body was retrieved, Mitchell stated. He said investigations are ongoing and a post-mortem will be done. To determine the cause of death, however, no marks of violence was on his person. McCoy's mother, Denise Morgan, said while the situation has left her traumatized, she is grateful to the Big Bridge community who worked tirelessly to find her son's body. I am grateful, I am very happy I got my son's body to bury, and thank you to everyone including the ladies of Big Bridge, Morgan told reporters on Wednesday. McCoy, who had arrived in Westmoreland 3 weeks ago with his cousin to work on a construction site, lost his life tragically. His cousin Floyd Simmet is also praising the fishermen who helped to find McCoy. Big up to the fishermen them from Big Bridge, Simmet stated. He is also lobbying for authorities to provide diving gears for the fishermen who he suggested could use the equipment to save lives. We are asking for help for equipment for the fishermen. A team of 2 fishermen helped us today, and many thanks to them, he lauded. Community members were relieved but saddened for the loss of life. Linda Anderson, a community member, sought to give advice to persons who may want to venture into the river. You have to be cautious when jumping because the river is deceptive. It's deep and there is strong underwater current. A person who isn't a good swimmer will end up in difficulty, she warned. Counsel for the Little London Division, Ian Miles, who visited the river Sunday and lent his support to the family, praised the community for finding McCoy. I want to commend the citizens of Egypt Gardens and the surrounding communities for their act of bravery and the great gesture. A 15-year-old found the body. It is with high praise and heartfelt gratitude that this is what the community spirit is all about, Miles stressed. 48-hour curfew imposed in sections of St. Catherine. A 48-hour curfew has been imposed in sections of Gregory Park Community, Old Brighton and Old Harbour Bay in St. Catherine. The curfew began at 6 p.m. on Wednesday, November 22nd, and will end at 6 p.m. on Friday, November 24. The boundaries of the curfew for Gregory Park are north along the Dyke Road, about 1,759 meters from the runabout to the intersection of Portmore Villa Boulevard and Dyke Road. South along the train line from the intersection of Dyke Road to the intersection of the Municipal Boulevard, about 2,080 meters. East along Dyke Road, about 695 meters from the intersection of Portmore Villa to the train line. West along the Municipal Boulevard, about 1,322 meters from the intersection of the train line to the runabout. The boundaries of the curfew for Old Brighton are north along Old Brighton Road, running westerly from the intersection of Digicel Lane to the entrance of 7 East Hibiscus Drive, approximately 245 meters. South along the gully that runs parallel to East Mid Street from 7th East Street Hibiscus Drive to the intersection with the eastern boundary vicinity Brayton Meadows, approximately 427 meters. East along an imaginary line from the gully of the vicinity of Brayton Meadows, running northerly to Old Brayton Road, approximately 809 meters. West along 7 East Hibiscus Drive from the intersection with Old Brayton Road, southerly to the gully that runs parallel to East Mid Street, approximately 926 meters. The boundaries of the curfew for Old Harbour Bay are north, an imaginary line running from Buda District, vicinity of Bridge along Bay Bottom Road to East Bay Road, approximately 718 meters, vicinity of 2-story shops or bar. South imaginary line connecting to east of the boundary running approximately 648 meters along the coastline to the left in the western mangrove. East imaginary line connecting the northern boundary vicinity 2-story shop building to coastline approximately 236 meters. West imaginary line connecting southern boundary to the mangrove and running approximately 294 meters to the north connecting to the northern boundary in Buda District vicinity of the bridge. during the hours of the curfew, all persons within its boundaries are required to remain within their premises for 48 hours unless otherwise authorized by the ground commander. Education Ministry says due process followed in suspension of St. George's student. The Minister of Education has backed St. George's College over the suspension of a fourth form student who brought the school into disrepute when he posted a video on social media of a broken fan. Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Education on Wednesday morning in a post-cabinet press briefing that due process was followed, confirming that the student was given a 7-day suspension with additional conditions. These conditions outline that the student would serve only 2 days outside the school and complete rehabilitation activities on the weekend for 3 Saturdays. She said that it is a standard rehabilitation initiative implemented by the school, which has proven to work for years. We have seen testimonials from the boys, it has helped them, and today we have seen St. George's College move up the rank from a low and underperforming in terms of what we expect to a very high-performing school this year, she explained. She said that this has resulted in a 91% success rate in the school's Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate and Caribbean Examination Council exams. We're definitely proud of the institution. This is an all-boy institution, and we are concerned as Jamaicans about the success of our boys, and we see an institution working assiduously with its parents and partners to make sure the boys are successful, she noted. We support the thrust of the school to ensure that there is a high level of discipline in the school, and I do believe that due process was followed in this case, and the child is being further assisted with counseling as outlined by the principal, she added. Trauma counseling team sent to Petersfield School following death of 2 students. A trauma counseling team and education officers have been dispatched to the Petersfield High School in Westmoreland following the deaths of 2 students in a motorbike accident early Tuesday morning. They will provide support for members of the bereaved family and school community in the aftermath of the tragic incident. Addressing Wednesday's post-cabinet press briefing at Jamaica House in St. Andrew, Portfolio Minister Favor Williams expressed condolences to the immediate families, friends and the school communities of the 2 fourth form students who died in the accident. Both students were on their way to school when they met in an accident and were killed. They are 16-year-old Ajani Robinson and 14-year-old Zakil McIntyre, both of Pinnock Crafton Dallaston addresses in the parish. The Ministry of Education and Youth, as is our normal protocol, dispatched a trauma team and education officers to the Petersfield High School in Westmoreland, the minister stated. I think we can all agree that this is a tragic loss, and so on many levels, a loss to their families, school communities, and Jamaica as a whole. I pray that with the support of the ministry's counseling team and that of the wider community, that the immediate and extended families will be able to find some comfort during this difficult time, she stated. Williams said the ministry mourns with families, friends, and colleagues when incidents involve children are reported. I know that our trauma team at the ministry is always on. They're always ready to go out to the schools, to the families, and we're talking now about even expanding that to the communities because communities are impacted as well, she noted. The minister appealed to Jamaicans to protect the nation's children as they travel to and from school. Meanwhile, Minister without portfolio in the Office of the Prime Minister with responsibility for information, Robert Margon, urged Jamaicans to use the roads safely and play their part in reducing the number of road deaths below the figure for last year. The government has spent a lot of time and a lot of resources in trying to improve road safety. It is the logic behind the new Road Traffic Act. It is the logic behind the new ticketing system. So yes, we are below last year in terms of road deaths. I think we are about 10 or 12%, but as we enter into the festive season, we usually see an uptick based on heightening use, based on parties, and based on other events, the minister said. Though you may be speeding in your destination, you may also be speeding in your final destination. Look out for the children, look out for the pedestrians. Let us try to keep it more than 10% below last year, he urged. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell